Oh, it's not a problem at all. You guys aren't gonna give me the fake bill fight?
Come on, Kev. You're earning 3% cash back.
Humor me.
Where is my wallet? Where is my wallet? When I gave it to you. What is this? Oh, nope, that's not it either.
No, stop. I insist. That was good, though. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
When an injury from an accident turns your life upside down, call my firm at Sweet James Accident Attorneys. We win millions for our clients every month. The consultation is free, and you pay nothing until we win. Get justice with Sweet James.
KTLA-5's Frank Buckley shows you the side of newsmakers you rarely get to see. Frank Buckley Interviews, today at 4:30 on KTLA-5.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mark Messer. Happy Mother's Day to you, and welcome to the KTLA-5 Weekend Morning News here at 10 o'clock on this Sunday. Overnight, 2 multi-million-dollar homes they've been broken into. We're live this morning with what police now know.
And good morning to you. I'm Lynette Romero. Operation Warm Wishes is serving up something very special for moms experiencing homelessness. It's happening all morning long.
Good morning, everyone. Coming up in entertainment, we're going to show you the brand new look at the musical drama Elvis. Plus, if you haven't seen Chloe Fineman do impressions on SNL, you're going to love this because Chloe Fineman's doing impressions of people doing impressions. It's good. We'll have it for you coming up. Stay tuned.
And we are waking up to cloud cover unless you're in one of those inland spots. Temperatures right now cooler than they were yesterday. We'll talk about how long the cooler weather will last.
Good morning to you. Welcome to KTLA Morning News at 10. We begin this morning with a mama eagle and her 2 baby chicks. See them right there?
Gosh.
You see them?
Look at that.
Yep.
So this, normally we go to Big Bear.
Right.
For this, but we're going elsewhere. This is from the Fraser Point Bald Eagle camera. It's on Santa Cruz Island, Santa Barbara County. Scientists believe the Channel Islands are home to about 60 bald eagles.
Oh, they just perked up.
There's one
See
of them.
See, they just perked up. There's 2.
3 or 3?
There's 2.
There's 2.
Well, there's the one, the mom is right there to the
Right,
left, and
to
then
the
the
left.
2 babies are in the nest.
Well, how, it's Mother's Day for eagles too.
Yeah.
Right?
Hopefully Dad has made a really nice reservation at a really nice restaurant because Mom is tired.
I think fish might be on the menu. We'll see.
Yeah.
Have you been to Santa Cruz Island, the Channel Islands?
I have not.
I think, well, you and David should do this when Olivia goes off to school. But I know. I'm sorry, on Mother's Day. You know Lynette's moving into the dorms? It's going to be a new movie. The news anchor goes back to college. Hey, kids, let's blaze on out of here.
No.
Yeah, no, I think you can take a boat out there, and they have things like kayaking and.
That would be great.
Santa Cruz Island, just the Channel Islands in general, is so gorgeous and beautiful.
I think you can be my travel agent.
You can fly like the eagle soars. You're the wind beneath my wings. Any others?
No.
Okay.
All right, we love taking you around the nation here on the KTLA Weekend Morning News. We're also following a developing story. Police on the west side are investigating 2 overnight crimes at multi-million-dollar homes.
The first one was a home invasion in Brentwood. The second is a break-in in Beverly Crest. KTLA 5's Aaron Myers live for us at that Beverly Crest home with details on both investigations. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning. A little surprising that these homes were hit. One in a gated community in Brentwood, and then this home behind me, it has a gate and then appears to have a security system as well. And reportedly a YouTube star lived here until very recently, according to his YouTube page. Now, this is what we know so far. Around 11 last night here in Beverly Crest, the LAPD responded to a radio call for a burglary in progress on the 200 block of Delfern Drive. This is a neighborhood with celebrities. Kylie Jenner is said to have a home not far from here. A police helicopter helped with the search for the suspect or suspects, but no arrests were made. It's not believed anything was taken as the home is now vacant, according to the LAPD. And then in Brentwood, another break-in about 2 hours earlier in a gated community, the Brentwood Country Estates, with multi-million-dollar homes there as well. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dr. Dre said to have houses nearby. This was just after 9 last night. The LAPD responded to a home on the 12,900 block of Shallon Road in Mandeville Canyon. Police didn't find anyone inside when they got there, but they said jewelry was taken. It's believed the suspect may have fled on foot on a fire access road, but investigators are still trying to determine exactly how that suspect or suspects got in. They believe cameras might help with this investigation. At this time, there is no suspect description and no one was home when this break-in happened. Now back here live, there were no reports of any injuries, and anyone with any information is encouraged to contact the LAPD. And just this morning before 7 o'clock, we heard of another burglary that was just about 4 miles from here in West LA on West Olympic Boulevard. A suspect was taken into custody in that incident. Reporting live here in Beverly Crest, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you in Hollywood.
Erin, thanks for those live reports all morning long. We appreciate that. A rally to support a Woodland Hills food vendor quickly turned confrontational. This happened yesterday when a neighbor walking his dog pushed right through the crowd. We have the video to show you.
Move out of his way. Out of my way, muchachos.
The rally then turned into a march. People headed down the street to the house of the alleged aggressor. That's when the suspect apparently grabbed a water hose and then started spraying the crowd. Protesters had originally gathered to support a local food vendor who was attacked back in the month of February. They say the man was involved in that attack was the same person seen challenging the marchers.
It's just sad, with the stuff that they have to go through. And, at the end of the day, they want to have their brick and mortar in the future and be a big part of this economy, which they already are.
Through an interpreter, the vendor tells us the attack was frightening, and he feels discriminated against. In the most recent case, police were called. The aggressor was arrested and now is facing battery charges.
As many as 60 Ukrainians are feared dead this morning following a Russian bombing attack on a school. Russian forces assaulted this village school in the eastern Ukraine region of Luhansk, according to the regional governor. Now, that school was sheltering about 90 people in the basement. The attack also caused a fire that engulfed the building. It took emergency crews nearly 4 hours to put out that fire. 2 bodies were found in the rubble. Rescuers have so far been able to save 30 people from the ruins. Meanwhile, a high-ranking Ukrainian official in the Russian Defense Ministry say all women, children, and the elderly have been evacuated from the steel plant in Mariupol. That's where hundreds of civilians were trapped for weeks as the Russian military bombarded the facility. Ukrainian fighters are still barricaded in the plant. They have vowed not to surrender.
First Lady Jill Biden making an unannounced visit to Western Ukraine that happened today, holding a surprise Mother's Day meeting with the nation's First Lady, Olena Zelensky. As Russia presses its punishing war in the eastern regions, Mrs. Biden traveled under the cloak of secrecy, becoming the latest high-profile American to enter Ukraine during its 10-week-old conflict with Russia. The First Lady also met with some young Ukrainian refugees. This was at a school in Romania yesterday. Mrs. Biden expressed admiration with how Ukraine's neighbors are stepping up to help people driven from their homes.
The Romanian people are amazing. To welcome all these refugees into their homes and offer them food and clothing and shelter and give them their hearts. And it's, I think the world knows that. And so, thank you.
The First Lady was told that Romania has welcomed nearly 900,000 refugees from Ukraine since Russia invaded its neighbor in late February. 3 wildfires burning in South Florida's Everglades have grown to a combined size of more than 26,000 acres. 2 of the 3 wildfires are now fully contained. State officials say that 3 wildfires in Palm Beach and Broward counties all started by lightning strikes. Got some aerial footage right here. It shows fires near Coral Springs, that's in Broward County. No structures have been damaged or even destroyed. Fires are part of 36 active wildfires all across the Sunshine State.
All right, there's a kitten cashing in on one of his 9 lives and heading back to his owners after a really scary rescue. Take a look. So here's what happened. Rescue crews in Mexico worked through the night to help this baby kitten out of a sewer after he got stuck. One worker even going to great lengths to help out. He crawled into the drain pipe and after a while emerged with a tiny little kitten, only a few weeks old. It's all in a day's work for these heroes. The kitten was safely returned to his owner. How he got in there, we don't know.
Well,
I think they're going to need
kitties can be curious, right?
Stinky.
Stinky?
Stinky kitty.
Guadalajara, Mexico.
He'll get adopted really quickly, though.
You want to ask me?
Have you been to Guadalajara?